All right, today is Tuesday, August 11th. Hereby call the meeting, Plympton Board of Health to order at 17:30 hours. Meeting's being recorded for public viewing by Area 58 Community Access Media. The recording is not considered an official record. Approved meeting minutes will serve as the official record of proceedings. So we do have minutes from July 14th. Everyone should have gotten those by email and a chance to review. You need to see them?
I sign it.
Sign them, see them. Is there a motion on the meeting minutes?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Did you second?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Any discussion, modifications, deletions, changes to the meeting minutes?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries. All right, Kathy, why don't we turn it over to you to go through our old business, starting with approved septic plans.
Okay, nothing under that first category. Under the second category, the second one down, 133 Pleasant Street. Within a very short period of time, we were able to get all that done from
That was a repair?
failed Title V report, all the way through as-built and COC signed, between your last meeting and today's meeting.
Excellent. You got a chance to look at that, Kevin?
I did.
All right.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So believe it or not, that's page one.
Wow.
How about that?
Beautiful.
They're going to mail that?
I'll comment on that. So.
So just waiting on a COC then?
No, we're good.
You got all that? Oh,
Everything-
that's all done?
everything done,
Done.
done.
Okay.
Yeah. Done, for sale with I think it's already pending.
Beautiful.
That was our old assistant health agent, Amos Woods.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Okay, second page, 10 Mayflower.
Yes.
The deadline for the appeal has passed,
Yeah.
so that address will be off our agenda.
Okay.
5 Palmer Road. Nothing on this May 12th letter that you sent.
All right. I saw we had a liaison assigned to us now.
Yes,
So that's Dana
Dana.
Smith.
Mhm.
So,
you're gonna liaise?
yeah, I might reach out and see what the status of that is.
Okay.
I know Nate had reached out and asked for some records that were provided. And we're just a day short of 2 months without hearing anything again. So, hoping that maybe somebody could move on that. So I'll reach out to Dana and see where we can move.
Okay, are we taking rickets off?
I think so. They,
It's probably safe.
the time has gone by where there's no appeal.
Right.
So I'm not, yeah, I think that could be removed.
Okay.
As for the liaison thing, is there like do they have like an active list of things that they want to speak with us about, or is that just them opening a line of communication, or?
My interpretation, and Kathy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that the select board had decided to split up the boards and committees and everything else into areas of responsibility for different select board members.
They
so that
did, and
would be the points of
they've done
contact.
that for the past bunch of years. And then when a new select board member came on this past year, what they did was they just wrote out the list of all the boards and committees and said, pick the ones you want. And so our liaison really hasn't changed. It was always Dana.
Okay.
Okay. So when there is an issue, it just falls
When
into
there-
normal business?
And if there's an issue for us, that's the one we go to,
Okay.
rather than just trying to hunt up whoever. Wind River,
Yes.
are you ready?
Oh, I can't wait.
Any thoughts? So as you know, when they send pump records,
Yep.
and there's something wonky on them, we tell the owner to find out what's going on. So, 42 Grove Street, got one of those system not at the proper working level, over full, visible run back. I heard from the owner and they said that they were gonna contact Wind River. And that's the last I heard from them.
Okay.
Then on 46 Main Street, they got the exact same language on their pump record, and the owner of 46 Main called yesterday and he says, very frustrated with them. They said they pushed the wrong button and there was nothing wrong with his septic, but again, he's not comfortable with it not being corrected. He said he wanted something in writing. Office manager Matt said that the owner was friends with someone at the Plympton Board of Health and they would talk about it. I advised the owner to contact Wind River and ask for a corrected pump record. And I
Yeah,
told
which
him-
property is that?
This is 46 Main Street.
46 Main. Anybody know that owner?
No.
No.
46 Main. What's the owner name?
It is Kevin Shaw.
Yeah, not news to me.
Nope.
Anywho, and then,
That's a relatively one of the newer houses on Main.
those are all from last meeting.
Yeah.
There's 4 more from, that happened in the last month. 50 Colchester got a recommend further evaluation due to tank levels. 63 County Road, it said it was a septic tank and we have it as a tight tank. 32 Forest Street, safety concern on site that needs immediate follow-up. Upland Sportsman's Club, inlet baffle T is not intact, recommend repair. So,
Are those all being disputed?
are they being disputed?
Yeah.
Yeah, the owners don't know anything about it.
I thought the Upland Club thing was resolved.
That was a
That was
tank
a-
cover.
That
that's
was
a
a long
cover.
time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, this is something.
This is something new.
Okay.
This is from the pump that happened on 7/6.
All
We're
right,
always about a month
so-
behind.
You probably should, and my suggestion is to get a representative here from Wind River
Okay.
at the next meeting.
Now, the
I
other
think
thing
that's
that,
fair.
that they're doing that is interfering with my health and happiness is when they do their Title V's, if the water test isn't, if they haven't got the water test yet, they're sending the report as pending, needs further review,
Okay.
at which point everybody panics
Yeah.
and they can't sell the house. And then when the water test comes in, then I have to go to Kevin and Kevin has to fix the thing and sign it and blah, blah, blah. And I've told them that the water test is part of our supplemental regulations. It is
Doesn't affect that
administrative
inspection.
and it doesn't have a damn thing to
Yeah,
do
it
with the
shouldn't,
septic.
it shouldn't affect that inspection, I don't think.
I mean, Title V is what the system is at that day,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I think their issue is that you're required to submit Title V report within 30 days.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do to,
Well, as I said to them, I said, you certainly can submit it,
right?
and I'll check it off that it was here within 30 days, and then when the water test comes, and you pass or fail,
Yeah.
and then when the water test comes, I just throw it in there. But that way, if during that time while they're waiting for the water test, because the laboratories are horrific,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they can still buy and sell, because it doesn't affect,
Does it
Yeah,
though?
it does. It does.
Because it's our
if it-
supplemental regs.
I understand that, but if somebody is waiting on a water test,
Yeah.
what happens if it comes back bad?
Right, that should.
You've already purchased a home.
That should hold up the sale.
Right.
Until that is completed
Yeah.
as well. I understand that the form from the state
Right, yeah.
could be marked as passed.
Right.
But.
but we can
they
just
s-
hold it here until the water test comes in.
Yeah, they still haven't completed all of what's required with Title V if they.
Yeah, I mean, they
their
could, if
supplemental regs.
it passes,
Yeah,
If it passes the Title V inspection, then it's a passing Title V.
Right.
It's the board's requirement for a water test
Right.
to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That would hold it. So send it in as a pass if it passed the Title V inspection.
Right,
And then there's no need to do anything with that.
right.
That
You just
report's
attach the
good,
report.
it's fine. They
Just
don't
don't send
You
it
don't have to
in.
chase them to correct it.
Right.
So that's probably easiest on you too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't send it in as needs further review, because that's not correct.
Right, I get you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Just simply submit it as a pass if it did pass. If it didn't
And here's
pass,
another
then
thing,
it's not-
get your Title V inspection done before you list your house for sale. 'Cause
Yeah, I
then you
mean-
can wait the 30 days to get your water test.
Yeah, it's like, everybody waits on smoke certificates too. They're
Right.
good for 60 days, but they wait till 2 days before the closing.
Yep.
They freak out when they don't have the right
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
So, anyway, maybe those are the two subjects that we could talk to them.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll invite him in for our first September meeting, or our only September
September.
meeting, excuse me.
Yeah. And our only September meeting is the day after Labor Day, so no one is traveling over that weekend, where you wouldn't be able to make it on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I don't need
Doesn't-
to
I'm traveling ever.
Yeah,
Did
you
we
don't have
just
a
cover
life.
this?
Asking
You
Brad.
travel ever again?
He's our frequent flyer.
Yeah, let me double check,
Mm.
but I don't believe I am. So that would be
But
September 8th.
8th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't have
Okay.
anything.
Maybe I'll check my calendar.
That's the day before I leave.
September 8th.
Yes.
I'm coming back from
That
Florida
Florida?
that day, but I'm not sure what
Hilton.
time.
Okay.
I'd say probably
Hilton,
tonight.
South
You think
Carolina.
you'll be here in time, or do you want
No,
to?
I think so.
Okay,
I
because we
think I'll be
can,
a big.
Well, if
I'm
you
not sure what time
change
my
our
flight's coming
meeting,
in.
then you may not get Kevin, because he'll be at the Carver meeting.
gotcha.
So,
Yeah, and they're probably gonna send Eric, who's the chairman of,
So he
Yeah,
would-
let's not.
he wouldn't be here, he wouldn't be able to go either.
yeah, right.
Right.
All right,
No, September 8th.
so September 8th,
8th, invite when,
so it would be to discuss their Title Fives, just generally.
Title V reports.
Specifically.
And their pump
And their
records.
pump.
And the pump records for all those properties.
Right, because you can't just keep saying it's a fat finger mistake.
No,
over
that
and
works
over and
once or
over and
twice,
over and
but
over.
we gotta be at least into a half dozen.
And people get
these.
scared,
Yeah.
you know? And it's
So-
something like,
Can you reach out to him by email? Let him know which properties we're gonna want a status update on, and the other issue of the Title V reports.
absolutely,
Thank you.
can do. So 163 Center,
Yep, 163 Center, I've got a, well, you heard me talking about that.
Yeah.
So, John
Schusted.
Schusted, he and I are trying to make a arrangement to do a joint inspection of the property. He's gonna go there to do a propane inspection, so I'm gonna accompany him and hopefully get an opportunity to see the apartment above.
Yeah, he doesn't have a date yet, he was gonna call and schedule it.
Well, he and I are trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I had suggested this Thursday. He can't make it this Thursday, so he said he was open most of next week. So I suggested next Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So
I haven't heard back.
I haven't heard back from him.
All right, I can reach out to him, but my recommendation would be there is an open and active complaint on the property that is related to fire as well as minimum housing issues.
Yep.
So I think it would be prudent to not only inspect the propane, but also get access to the interior at the same time.
Yeah.
And I would probably relay to the owner or the owner's rep that we wouldn't be issuing any permits for a facility with outstanding complaints until those are resolved.
And what would probably be helpful is, can we forward that written list of things that the former
the
tenant
order to
had?
correct
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the tenant's
Yes,
complaint.
that
Yeah.
way he can, has a,
I think we've given that to the owner's rep in about 17 different ways.
yeah, no, I'm talking about to
Oh,
John.
To John.
So
Yeah,
he
I
has,
give it to John, yeah.
he can check off the things that may involve fire.
That have to do with him, because you remember the owner's rep, one of their comments was, oh, if it's just the smokes you're talking about.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do that in my jurisdiction.
Mhm.
We're not gonna let somebody that has complaints do something further that requires a permit for us till we resolve those complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Plympton, you can't do a perk test if you owe taxes.
Yeah.
Right, so.
So it's a way of getting a captive audience.
So that's that. Do you want to tackle supplemental regs, or do you want to do new business?
Why don't we do new business and then we'll look at the supplemental regs once everything
New
else.
business, the first thing, Kevin, would be the 26 Dukes Brook 91
Yeah.
Upland.
You had asked if I should put this on.
Oh, yeah.
And I believe that it's been resolved in some way, shape, or form. In other words,
How'd you do that?
well, no, I'm just saying it's resolved in my head, based upon the photos from April. The area that she's talking about, where there is an accumulation of construction materials and things like that, which are, in and of itself isn't a health hazard. I don't think that there's an issue. That being said, I am more than willing to reach out to her again and actually take a walk with her through the woods so
Okay.
she can explain to me or show me what, and maybe that'll be enough to address her concerns.
Is everyone familiar with this? We had a resident, 25 Dukes, no, the resident was Palmer, right?
The resident
The
is Duke's
resident was
Brook.
Dukes Brook.
And the house in question was
Upland.
Upland.
So Duke's Brook is here at the end of the cul-de-sac, and he kind of backs up to her property.
So she had a complaint that there was a failed septic,
Yeah.
that there
Not
was
true.
storage of hazardous materials,
True.
and that we didn't do anything. And the
Right.
DEP wasn't doing anything.
Right.
So the complaint went to the town administrator. I think she
Yeah.
came in person.
Yep.
So I spoke to the town administrator, let him know that we didn't have any record of a failed septic on that property.
Yeah.
And that, based on what I saw, the hazardous material was construction debris, which
Yeah.
isn't like chemical
No,
leaking.
exactly.
So,
Yeah.
We're talking about lumber and things like that.
I believe he's got a
Asphalt.
paving
He has a paving company. I did check with the town clerk, and his business certificate is expired, but that's her issue,
Yep.
not ours. And on our, our spy cam doesn't show anything.
What's the date? I mean, the septic system was built in 14.
yeah. It
And
had a
this-
passing water test in 22,
Yeah, and there's absolutely there's no failure.
so.
Um, Yeah.
Is it a neighborhood dispute maybe, or?
It's,
Probably.
I think that she is uneasy with him and he doesn't want to listen to her. She's an elderly woman that, I guess at one point he was doing some burning out there. I don't know what it was. As a matter of fact, I believe the fire department has been there
Mhm.
and have found no issues. So,
They went out
I mean,
to-
if the board wants me to reach out to her again and I'll
Yeah.
do it, but,
Well, the other thing is,
Not that I'm
she
looking
did
to do.
call
I know.
DEP,
Yeah,
so we gotta close that circle somehow.
I think
Or did they just not
DEP
care?
was kind of forwarded it back
Back to
on
us?
to us.
Yeah.
So they
I-
closed
yeah.
the circle.
Yeah,
They do that all the time.
I talked
Yeah.
to,
Well, that's right, because they reached out to you.
yeah, so she called the DEP's ER spill line, and so that went to the on-call guy, which was Ray Reimold, and then because it went to the spill hotline, it went all the way up the chain and back down again, and so John Hobel and Ray Reimold both were involved, and so I spoke to John Hobel, and he said, I basically said, what's the contaminant? What is going on? And he said he couldn't really get it out of her. I'm like, well, how do you pursue that if you don't even know, what was spilled? And she just said, there's all these other conditions that didn't really exist. So it was kind of difficult to pursue.
Well, she even mentioned that he was burning asphalt. But she,
Well, that's a trick.
so
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't.
If
I think-
she's willing to have Kevin over to
Yeah.
show her problems.
That sounds
'cause-
reasonable.
maybe take one stab at it, see if you can
Okay.
coordinate,
All
and
right.
just, if you can at all close the loop with her, but
Yeah.
it may be.
And take some pictures.
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
all right. Do
Thanks.
that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
here we go, all right.
So next is, and I guess this probably should be you, is 48 Grove Street, Title V came in wicked late.
How late?
Well, it was done on 5/20 and we got it on July 29th.
And
So-
who was that?
It's just,
So it was legacy pumping.
mhm.
So, you know, it's supposed to be 30 days, so, I don't know, did we do anything?
Does that pass?
Yes.
I mean,
Is it-
I don't,
Is that their first time having a problem? Legacy?
With a late report?
Right.
It is. Should we just send them a letter?
Remind them, it's 30
Just that
days.
they have to be,
Yeah.
they have to be
Yeah.
submitted within 30 days.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll just let them know that I'm happy to receive it via email,
Yep. Okay.
you know, a PDF if that's easier for them.
Yep. That sounds good.
Make it simpler. Alright, next.
What do you want?
this,
Yeah, I'm going in order here. This is yours.
right, I'll be your assistant for a little bit.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so the town got a $200,000 grant from the state, from the Rural Development Fund.
Okay.
Okay, and the grant is to be used to, check our water security and our water planning and all of that. A couple of years ago, I had met with, Gavin Murphy, who's on Open Space. I think, Mr. Moore had assigned me to that. And he wanted to know what we had. So anyway, he wasn't able to make the meeting, but it was town administrator, me, the conservation agent, and then people from CDM Smith, which is the company that made the winning bid to take on this work.
Okay.
So, they're supposed to do a little synopsis of what happened, and when that happens, I'll share it with you. But basically, I shared with them that the town had actually done a proposed water study back in 1970 about, you know, getting town water,
Mm-hmm.
and it was gonna cost almost $800,000. So that didn't happen. And then in 1985, there was a land and water resources study. So I shared both of those with them. I shared our well information with them. I told them the things that DEP does and the things that we do. I told them about the water mining that happens
Yep.
at the end of Brook Street there. I told them about the fact that Middleborough's landfill croaked a bunch of wells up on Prospect. So basically, it kind of gave them an overview of where we are, and they certainly understand that we're not going to get town water. But what they're looking at is to try to figure out what we have, how much potential there may be for growth, and also how do we protect what we still have. So it is very interesting. And I will continue to let you know what happens there.
Thank you.
So
Do you know what their timetable is?
They are hoping to be able to have a couple meetings with everybody and get a report back to the town by the end of the year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I thought that was pretty cool.
Who's requesting the information? Or where, so,
Who pursued the grant to get this done?
yeah. Is
Who
that,
asked for the grant?
Was it select board?
I think,
town?
no, I think it's open space / conservation /
okay, so it's something that we asked them to provide for us.
yeah, I think Brian got the grant.
Okay.
That's good.
So the money's out there, so.
Excellent.
It'd be nice to be able to frame, instead of saying that Plympton is anti-growth,
Yeah.
anti-development, it'd be nicer to say that we are pro-saving the water,
Yeah.
saving our resources.
Because there really isn't a plan B.
No, there is no plan.
Right.
Because they were like, well, you know, what would happen, could you hook up to like Kingston? It's like, and then one of the guys that was in the meeting, he's like, well, I live in Kingston and we already can't water our flowers. So, you know, certainly not giving our water to Plympton. So,
I think most places are in that same predicament.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, 1 Grove Street. This is a fun one. We got an email from an individual that owns 1 Grove Street in Plympton and also owns a very tiny amount of land in Halifax. And he says,
Okay.
so it's 1 Grove Street and then 0 Oak Street in Halifax. He says, we wish to build a two-car garage in Halifax with a 2-bedroom apartment above. We'd like to install a septic tank in
So you have a
Halifax.
2-bedroom house with a garage underneath?
No, just a garage. And then we want to hook up to the leaching field that's in Plympton. And there's plenty of space. So after it's an exhaustive study, including a trip over to Halifax, here's what I found.
Okay.
1 Grove Street, Plympton is a 4-bedroom home with an existing 4-bedroom septic system.
Okay.
Along with, they built a garage on the property in 1991. During an inspection, sometime in the 2020s, it was found that there was a 1-bedroom apartment in that garage.
Okay.
So at the time, building and zoning, they didn't, because it was, you know, no permit, so they're trying to fix it afterwards.
Yeah.
They made the owner change it to an ADU and apply for a permit after the fact. We didn't get involved in that. You know how usually all the permits come here for us to sign off?
Yeah.
If we had, we would have said, nope, too many bedrooms. Right?
Yeah.
Because you can't have 5 on a 4,
Right.
but we weren't involved, but whatever.
Okay.
0 Oak Street, there's nothing there now. It's 37,
How's he gonna connect under the train
Isn't that,
tracks?
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say,
yeah, it's,
That's,
yeah, I know. So I did talk to the health agent in Halifax. The person that contacted me had said, oh, Halifax says it's fine. So, that's not what they said. What they said was, if Plympton allows you to hook up, then, you know,
Well-
then we'll give you a building permit.
If 0 Oak Street Halifax has 37,000 square feet, why don't they put the septic on that lot?
because the house is on the other lot, right?
Don't know why. Don't know why. They want to put, they just want to
Zero-
put a tank in Halifax.
0 Oak looks like it's 7,600 square feet.
Right.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, so it's not,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
but it's,
So I'm guessing that they don't have enough room for a septic system. in
Well, actually, it's not on
Halifax.
the tracks.
it's not,
It's that way, right?
it's not split, oh, is it?
I think that's the same lot.
What's the Grove Street? It's 1 Grove Street?
1 Grove.
And 0 Oak?
Yeah,
Oh, it's,
that one
yeah.
there.
oh, okay.
So that is 37,000.
So, see, it's,
Okay.
right, just a little teeny piece. But when I talked about it with Bob over in Halifax, it's like, well, you know, if they want to do this, then they have to either take 2 bedrooms out of the house in Plympton,
Yeah.
or they have to upgrade the system in Plympton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it a
but-
6.
So,
But they can't because they don't have enough area.
So 0 Oak's 37,000 square feet.
Right.
1 Grove is 44,000 square feet.
But One Grove is already above capacity
Okay.
for that leaching field. They just want to be able to tie into the leaching field.
They would have to upgrade the leaching field.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't know
I
area-wise.
think the only way they could get around it is that they would have to upgrade the system to, the whole idea behind the loading rate,
Mhm.
which is 10,000 square feet per bedroom. And that has to do with the nitrogen loading rate.
Yep.
The only way you can overcome that is that entire system would have to be upgraded to a D-night system. And then I think that also would require not just local approval, but through DEP as well.
So what is the best way to go back to them?
I think, ask for evidence that they're,
Now, I'm sorry,
oh, go ahead.
just thinking out loud here, if they have property that they can bank, if you will, to that nitrogen loading requirement, then they can put a deed restriction on that property and therefore have enough land area. But that's something that, and you know, they're gonna have to hire an engineer, they're gonna have to hire an attorney, and that's gonna, in my opinion, needs to be presented to the board to give them a yay or nay.
Right, and Halifax isn't even gonna take any building application until they know.
Until the septic's resolved? All right.
And when I went to our building and zoning department to get whatever information they had, because we didn't have any building permits in our file, they also said in 2024, the owner had a mobile home trailer on the land that they sent a cease and desist over. And that was hooked up to the septic. I was like, they can't do that.
Yeah.
But
I think they need to make some sort of a written proposal that says,
Well, that's what I
This is-
said to him. I said, send me an email with your written proposal of what you want to do, and I will present it to the board. Here you go. What we got. That was their written proposal.
Is Stephen Ford a builder?
He must be, because he's not the owner.
Yeah. Probably was gonna build a two-bedroom garage.
And the garage is in Plympton, not Halifax, or the garage is in?
There is an existing garage in Plympton
Yeah,
with a bedroom that was found during an inspection.
and that's the one.
This
that-
is,
or
they want to
separate?
build a garage with a two-bedroom apartment on the Halifax side.
Gotcha.
So it'd be 3 units on the combined package?
A main house, a garage with one bedroom, and a new garage with two bedrooms?
Right. And they're already one over, so make them three over.
All right. Does he have, did we leave a phone number? It's not, it doesn't
Like
appear to
an
be.
email.
how does it work with, I mean, he's basically creating a new address where, you know, you could have two families. One family goes to Halifax school and uses Halifax services, and the other family uses Plympton's. It's, because he says right on it, it's for the purposes of creating an apartment. So it's, I feel like it's more than just an expansion of the existing lot. Not that I just think it just needs more,
Well, we can't govern that,
yeah,
because that's Halifax,
Right.
okay.
until they decide that it's
Right.
gonna be a septic.
So
in
I tried
Plympton.
to,
Okay, so they can deal with like a driveway permit and all that.
That's Halifax.
right, yeah, it's all on
Okay.
them.
So
But
we're
yeah,
just okaying disposal.
Halifax says that they will not accept any building permits until they are assured that there was enough septic capacity in Plympton.
So then,
Is there-
really what they need to do is they need to present a set of engineered plans for what's existing, bedroom count system, and what's new, and how they meet Title V.
And since the as-built was done, we didn't know that they already had,
Yeah,
what was an illegal part.
so as part of this, they're gonna have to look at the existing garage with an apartment,
Right,
the
it's already
existing
one
house.
bedroom over.
and the proposed two new.
would this go, would Tom Milius be? So, if they're putting in a driveway, are they sharing driveway, or is it gonna be its own standalone residence and?
It's not even, well, I mean, that's Halifax's problem.
Oh.
But it's not even a residence.
Well,
it's just part of
if there's an existing driveway in Plympton and then the Plympton driveway is serving the two residences, is what I'm getting at. But also,
Yeah.
I guess another thing is, what if they say it's an ADU? How does that
Well,
affect?
they've already turned their legal apartment into. ADU.
Well, it's a separate parcel. Could you put an
It is.
ADU to a house that's on
Yeah.
another parcel on a separate parcel?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know
but
that-
it's,
I don't know that that's.
This
Yeah.
does have 56,000 square feet, so they could have up to 5 bedrooms on this lot.
And the existing house is 3 or 4?
the existing house is 4 plus 1 in their barn, so they've already got 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they want to add,
If it works, it works, but I just want to know more about it.
So I
It's
think
a unique
they're,
situation.
their first step in proposing anything is proposing a septic plan. I think that's what should be, we should respond to them that they need to show up for the septic plan.
we need an engineer.
Shane McGlone did the original
Who
plan,
did?
so Shane McGlone,
Is he still?
he's still, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and he's knows what he's doing, so
Okay.
they should reach out to him. I suggest, you
Yep.
can't suggest that.
No, I know,
If they were
yeah.
smart, that's what they would do.
Well, you can tell them in the email that the existing plans are on file. The original plans are on file here
Right.
with the design.
Yeah, and again, it's not,
It's not
it's
old.
not the owner. I
It
think
was
this
done
guy
in
is just a
2021.
builder. Thank you. That was fun. 123 Palmer. If you remember, Back-
You want to just forward me that email? Maybe I'll try and get it tomorrow. See who he is and what is.
yeah,
Because it's really the property owner we should be dealing with.
yeah, not
Yeah.
this guy. Well, I did send him an email today saying, could you just clarify how you're involved with this project? Because I see that it's Mr. DeMello that
Mhm.
owns both, but I didn't get back.
Okay.
So, 123 Palmer Road. If you remember back in June, we had Mr. Barengo in because there was an incorrect permit date on the well report and the well was drilled before the permit was issued, blah, 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 blah. So what you had said to him is, please send us a corrected well report.
Yeah.
Well, that was 6/9.
He was here, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He came in?
Yeah, but we haven't got anything.
Okay.
So, 60 days. So I don't know what you want to do about that.
Was that a failed well for an existing home that they have to do, or is it new construction?
No, it was new, but he just didn't get the, remember, he said, oh, he thought somebody else was gonna get the well
Yeah.
permit and blah, 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 blah. And then the information that was incorrect, and you had asked him to send us a corrected well completion report with the correct information. We haven't got that.
Is it even in the state database, do you know?
So it's just on my pending list. Sometimes, you know,
Yeah, I got
the
nothing.
hope that
I got
we just
nothing in there
forget.
after May. 73 Mayflower
This is one,
and 123 Palmer? Yeah.
123.
There's one from April,
Right,
but that was the incorrect.
that was before. Yeah, that was it.
Is this the town as well?
No.
No, it's Sawchuck.
Oh. Did he get a permit after the fact?
Yeah, that's how,
Yeah, that's how we got him in.
but there was incorrect information.
Okay. All right, gonna send me his info too. Do you recall what was incorrect, as I don't?
It's a date.
That was it?
Let's see. And then 8 Churchill is the last one in that category, and it's out for review.
Okay.
That was unfortunately a septic system that was put in, and they piped their water treatment system into it and killed it. So
What happened?
now they're selling the home and it failed. So that is a Grady is doing the plan.
Mhm.
And I talked to Rick, and he wanted to schedule a perk test, and I was like, you just perked us a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, save these poor people some money and use those results. So,
That's fine.
yeah,
Absolutely.
so that's that.
Yeah, what's the, is there any way to fix that if someone kills their well, or not their well, their septic with salt
That
water?
is good.
Even if it's a brand new one, like, I feel like what,
It's hard to say, you know. I mean, you almost have to kind of start tearing it apart a little bit. Look what's going on.
No. But back a few years ago, the owner had come in and complained that he had ponding and everything. At that point, I think we asked him,
Yeah.
we said, ask him where his water treatment goes.
Yeah.
And so
You don't know of anything that can renovate that?
I can't
don't
imagine
think so.
fixing it.
No.
So, and again, so
It's like-
they've,
I wish I had the idea.
oh yeah, you'd be
Because the stone
a
would
millionaire.
be cleaned, you can't clean the stone.
Yeah, right.
So they did, you know, so it failed. And Title V report failed, which we haven't got yet, but.
You know,
it's like 30 days.
what they're probably gonna find is that there's a very, very, very thin layer that,
so it's perfectly good material.
it's probably
underneath, it's just a
perfectly good
scum
right
layer.
underneath.
Sand
Yep.
cap, the sand
It's just
gradient
capped.
layer on the
Yeah,
top.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I don't know how you get the word out. Don't do that.
Get it on the website.
Yeah, it is there.
We do have it on the website, don't we? Yeah, so I don't know what else you can do.
Bet we get a ton of traffic.
All right, do you want to go over regs before, so you may want to weigh in on some of them? You don't care? Okay.
No, I mean, I've seen them.
Yeah, no issues with anything that's...
No, I mean, the one big one is, you know, it's,
Nitrogen loading?
These one from Jerry.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
And it-
it's not gonna apply, in my opinion, it's not gonna apply to, you know, just a, you know, single-family home. It's kind of like in a reaction to what was being done off of Spring Street, isn't it?
Yeah, it's somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't apply to that, obviously. That ship is sailed.
Oh, no, I know, but
But yeah, it is kind of a looking towards the future.
Yeah.
If you have, yeah, basically big developments like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think if, you know, a current like single family house probably wouldn't.
You're talking about repair or single family, you're talking about new construction?
No, so like the nitrogen loading, part of the new regs.
Right, the one is in the draft.
So like a normal lot that we do, I think would be able to, or correct me if I'm wrong, but basically comply just on a first sniff test.
yeah, I mean, if it's being designed and constructed associated with Title V requirements, I don't think that there's more that needs to be done.
Yeah.
I think when you have, well, I mean, there have been situations where you can't, you want to build a development, but you know, the soil in this part of the development isn't any good, so they create a collection system, and they have a shared system. Those are introducing a lot more, and probably need more oversight,
Yeah.
which I think is what you were trying to do.
That was the general idea
Yeah.
for just higher volume systems or
Yeah.
cumulative higher volume
Right.
plans, projects.
Yeah, yeah,
So did you wanna,
Is there anything you saw that you thought might be problematic, or
pretty long.
Can you review that right now?
Yeah. No, I, you know, I didn't read it, you know.
I remember you'd
verbatim,
made some comments on it at a meeting before last.
So, yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to look at it a little bit more.
Jeff, if I remember correctly, it said it specifically excluded repairs, correct?
Yes.
I think that was in there.
See,
Okay. So if it's anything except repairs, we're talking about new construction, so single family should be excluded? Is that what you're thinking?
I think if it was single family and, you know, there was no variances or anything, then I think they would.
You don't give variances on new construction.
Never?
Never,
No.
Shouldn't.
never do.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the standard for nitrogen loading for a D-night system has to be 19 milligrams per liter
That's
or
directly out,
less.
that's directly out of the system. I think we're talking about groundwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, for drinking water, it's 10, but it's really.
So
five.
it's-
Right, well, what
So
I'm
it's
saying
saying
is it's 5.
a planning threshold of 5 for planning only. That way you're not planning at the failure rate, and it's at receptors like wells and property lines.
Yeah, I need time to digest this if you're looking for.
We'll have to read it again in September anyway, right? We need a couple months.
Mhm.
Yeah, and actually, this is gonna have to be, before adopting it, you're gonna have to publish it, have a public
Yeah.
meeting and all that
Oh,
stuff.
even before that, it goes to town council.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's a process.
Yeah, so I think I saw the assumption is around 60 milligrams per liter is coming directly out of the system, not the system, out of the pipe,
Yeah.
and then goes into, if you have some sort of other system, then you get 19 out of there, and then I think the idea was that you're further diluted down to 5 by the time you get to
by the time you get to the groundwater.
If we
at
get to
a
receptor.
property line or at a receptor like a well.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you,
Scott Horsley did a pretty good job on that during one session. He was very effective at that.
I understand that, but every time you have a new construction, you're gonna have to go through that process.
It's a lot of work.
That's very costly,
Yeah.
very, very costly. Yeah, I'd like to weigh in on this a little bit.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep it on the agenda. And as for your
This is Judge.
response on email
Oh, yeah.
about the windows,
Yeah.
I called DEP and they said no. They said creating a new definition for a window would or could make Plympton's supplemental regulations less restrictive than the state regulations, which is unlawful.
Less restrictive, because the Title V doesn't say the size of the window, would they make it more restrictive?
They don't want you to say the size of the window.
So, I guess it would be, so if a window didn't meet that size,
Right.
it wouldn't be a bedroom.
That's what the proposal is,
So
yeah.
what would it be?
If it doesn't, if this is accepted,
I think I see. So
Yeah, so you're,
if someone had small windows, could they say, hey, it's not a bedroom? See,
so it,
is that where you're getting at?
yeah, exactly. So if you put in that it has to be 20 by 24 to be a bedroom, and Title V just says a window, if it doesn't meet that size, what is it?
it could be a den, it could be described as another kind of roof, it can't be sleeping.
So then they don't have to include it in their count,
Correct.
less restrictive.
That's
Well,
against the law.
what was your reasoning behind it? What was your thought process?
In doing Title V inspections, oftentimes people want to have as many bedrooms as possible. The more bedrooms you have, the more they can sell the house for. Okay. So if they have a room, let's say they have a room with a small window, okay?
Okay.
It doesn't, from a building inspector's point of view, it's not safe. You can't get out that window. Firefighters can't get
Okay.
in, and you can't get out in case of emergency. But if they have the capacity in the gallons per day, let's say they have a 550 system and they've got 4 bedrooms in the house, but they've got one more room that they like to call a bedroom. Title V says it has to have a window, but it could be a skylight, it could be a solar window, it could be something that really isn't, in my opinion, the intent of the DEP.
I see your point of view from the selling point of view, but from So say we're talking about this Plympton Halifax property where we're counting bedrooms to see if their septic
Right.
leaching sizing is correct, and then if theoretically, if they said, oh, well, we got small windows in these rooms, so those are actually big closets with little windows, or, I think there's a way to get bitten that way, but I see what you're saying for selling it,
Well,
to try to.
DEP said that deciding whether something is a bedroom or not during construction is the building department.
Yes.
And they do not want, the DEP has specifically not put in any measurements because they want to leave that up to the towns. But if you put in a measurement, then you run the risk of being less restrictive than state Title V, and that is against the law. You can certainly run over to Lakeville and ask them yourself, but that's what they said.
Well, and it would also, I mean, a lot of older existing homes, the existing windows and all the bedrooms aren't 20 by 24.
So what does the fire department do in case like that? Is that just what it
You
is?
deal with it, because it was built 200 years ago.
Right.
So you'd then be saying by our definitions and regs, all these existing bedrooms are no longer bedrooms because they don't have a window that meets that size. So I think that's probably not something we want to mark down.
I did an inspection recently where it was a 4-bedroom house, and they bought it as a 4-bedroom house. But on the second floor, the ceiling height was 6'8". So they're not bedrooms. So the rooms on the second floor lost their bedroom status.
Yeah, but if it's not Plympton, what do we care?
Yeah. Well, and that happens all the time. People modify their homes and don't get building permits and then find out they didn't do it right.
Yeah, true. So, that's it for you. Other than Kevin and I's next meeting of the grant committee is scheduled for August
Grant.
27th.
Yes.
We were supposed to have one, so last week,
I make a motion to have Brad do these meetings.
Denied.
for both of us? For both
Motion's
of us?
Motion's out of order. You can't
Yeah,
make,
Take some
was-
notes.
can't make motions.
It was supposed to be a couple weeks ago, but I guess the Plymouth Town Clerk forgot to post the agenda. So,
All right,
thank you, sir.
see y'all.
See you in the fall.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
God, that's scary.
You have your flannel and your pumpkin coffee, and
Yeah.
Pumpkin
Nope, nope,
latte.
nope.
See you later.
See ya.
Take it.
All right, so now we're at administrative. So you have signed all the warrants, correct?
Yep.
I've told you about the grant committee, and I will, when we do meet, I'll fill you in on what's going on there. So I think all we got left is mail.
Alrighty. The first letter here is about the building being closed on July 24th or 25th. It's kind of old news.
Yep.
We received that email anyways. A report from DPH. Mosquitoes, number of mosquito samples tested, 2,665.
Just read the stuff that I highlight. We only care about Plympton.
Oh, is that statewide or countywide?
Yeah. We only care about
The
Plympton.
weekly report had 0 in Plympton.
We're heading into that season now.
Yeah.
Yeah, West Nile virus is trending up.
Yeah.
Nothing for Triple E. But they do, you know, at this time of year, they do send out weekly reports.
Yeah. They were
So,
sending out a creative.
If we meet once a month, we're gonna have 4 of them.
Yeah. And as long as nothing in town's going on, we're good.
This one here is Southern Plymouth County Public Health Excellence Collaborative.
That's the grant group.
Subject is participating municipalities statement of comment annual notification. As you're likely aware, the town of Plympton is a member of the shared service arrangement funded through a Public Health Excellence for Shared Services grant from the Office of the Local and Regional Health. Each participating community signed a statement of commitment affirming that your municipality understands and intends to work with the lead municipality agency to ensure compliance with the scope of the service of the Public Health Excellence Grant Program for shared services. Uses funds provided under this program only to augment rather than replace current municipal funding for public health staff or services, and join only this one public health shared service arrangement. What other towns are involved besides us? It's, is it
Plymouth,
It is Plymouth,
Carver.
Carver, Kingston,
Duxbury.
Duxbury, and Wareham.
Yeah.
That is just a form letter
Yeah.
that they send out every year.
that's reason?
Are we due for the food inspector again too?
Actually, at the current time, the food inspector that we had, Kathy, she is moving south.
Okay.
So
Smart.
what we're in the process of doing is getting on board the company that does Plymouth's inspections.
Okay.
So between Kevin and I, we've already talked to them.
So independent of the grant?
Oh, no.
Oh, still
The
with the
grant's
grant,
gonna pay
okay.
for it.
Alright.
But the grant will hire this company that Plymouth uses.
Gotcha.
And so we have already shared with them all our permit holders and our schedule. And then when we have the grant meeting, we're gonna talk about it further. It's more money, but the grant's better.
Beautiful.
Another report from DPH. This is dated July 29th, and no problems in Plympton.
Beautiful.
This is a note about Dana being our liaison. We received that to email. A report from DPH, August 3rd. Again, nothing in Plympton. Non-compliance department, DEP. This regarding Cranberry Knoll.
Again,
What
that's,
was their
that
issue?
Cranberry Knoll, I think it is a scheduling error. They didn't test enough. So that's between DEP and the public water supply operator Cranberry Knoll. They just CC
Notify
us
us.
so that we know.
And one more report from DPH, August 10th. And it says the West Nile virus risk has been elevated to moderate in Plymouth County, but it doesn't have any specific numbers for us. Got 0 for us.
Yeah, moderate, you don't do anything. We have a protocol in place for
Yeah, once we hit what?
if it bumps up.
What's the next level?
After
Severe?
moderate, whatever it is.
Anything else for new business?
That's all we got.
I think that's it. No updates on any of the failed systems?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right, take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye.
Uh,
Motion carries. Motion to adjourn at 18:30 hours. Thank you, Kathy.